Roofman stars Channing Tatum in the real life story of Jeffrey Manchester, a ex-military veteran who he's out, he can't adjust to real life, he can't seem to hold down a job, nothing's going right. And he realizes that what he is good at is robbing places. This is a hard watch, and it's a hard watch for a few reasons. It's definitely not the film it's marketed in the posters with the big inflatable and the glasses. Like, it's a fun moment, but it's very far and few. It is a heavier subject matter. This guy was on the run, so he gets put in prison. He escapes, very clever. He's on the run, and now he's hiding in Toys R Us, and he's keeping himself occupied. And it was a hard watch because I'd seen the interviews previously, and I knew this guy was serving. He's eligible for parole in 2036, I believe. By then, he'll be in his 60s. And it was a hard watch because I didn't want to get to that moment. I was rooting for the guy, and Channing Tatum does a really good job of being. He's charismatic. You want him to succeed, even though you know he's done bad things. And he's a nice guy as much as you can be for someone in that line of work. It's very early on in the film. He robs McDonald's. Flash Thompson doesn't have a coat when he throws him in the freezer, so he gives him his. Like, he means well. He's just a guy trying to do right for his family, and unfortunately went about it the wrong way. And you come to understand that, and understand that he is in this horrible position, which he's got himself into, obviously. And I was really worried if they were going to stick the landing on that. Kirsten Dunst is in this. I hope she got paid the same as Channing Tatum. Sorry if you've seen the interviews with her on Spider-Man. And she also does a really good job. Lee Wayne Scott, you do get some interviews with the real Lee right at the very end. Definitely stay for that because it adds these layers of depth. His relationship with her, with his pastor and his wife, with Lee's kids. He spends time building these relationships, which he shouldn't be doing. Lakeith Stanfield is great. And I did kind of think very, very early on, this is within the very first few minutes, when he goes to prison for the first time, it's after a confrontation with Steve, Lakeith Stanfield. And I thought it was kind of implied that he was the one that ratted him out to the police. And then later on, he goes back to him, which I thought was strange, but it is a true story, and truth is often stranger than fiction, I suppose. This is, like I said, I found this a hard watch because Channing Tatum he's come such a long way as an actor, and he does such a good job of bringing you in, making you root for him, making you really feel for this guy and just want him to do right by everyone. And he's very self-aware in the fact that he's often failed in that department. As true stories go, yeah, I'm amazed that no one's talking about it. This film really, really did hit me in a sort of different place. I don't know, I can't really articulate that, but I think it comes down to the performances. It comes down to the people. This is a guy that's going through and has gone through so much, just wants something to go right and just wants to do right by these people. And there is this really, really small period of time in his life where he had all these people around him that valued him and were being nice, and they brought him in and they fed him and they welcomed him, and he was lying to them. This is definitely a film worth watching in the cinema. It's funny, it's heartfelt. Channing Tatum excels in roles like this. Like I said, the guy is so talented, and you can see how far he's come from She's the Man right up until today. And I would say absolutely, completely blown away by this film. I'm going 4 out of 5. I really enjoyed this. I'll definitely be seeing it again at some point soon. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, before I go, we're coming up on 6,000 followers. If I'm going to do anything with this channel, I'm never going to monetize it. I'm never going to get to a point with sponsors or anything of that nature. Frankly, I wouldn't have the time with my day job and with training and with all these other things. I'm in the process of writing another book at the moment. There's so much going on that I wouldn't get the time. However, and if I did ever get to that point, that would be amazing, but it's not the goal. It's never been the goal. The goal is to create a community of people that want to enjoy films, that don't have people that enjoy this sort of stuff and they want to talk about it with. That's the whole goal of this entire channel, is just to create this community of people that just want to just chat. That's it. I have no ulterior motive. I have no else. The goal was 10 people for the year, and somehow we're almost at 6,000. And I'm so grateful. But if I'm ever going to do anything with this channel, if it's going to be anything at all, Please, I don't know how we can do it. I want to be on Misfits, and I want to fight Bevo, and I want to fight Jack Doherty. Just if there is a way, just like and subscribe. Just help me get to that point. That's my only goal. Once I've done that, like Thanos, I can sit in my front garden and just watch the world go by. Anyway, until then, I'll see you guys later. Take care.